Hey everybody, Greater Good Mining here. I just bought a 3090 Ti for like $600 off Facebook Marketplace. It's a Founders Edition 3090 Ti. I'm pretty pumped about this because I got such a good deal on it. And I had just recently built a compute rental budget build. And I was excited about that. Like, I had fun building that rig. I had fun doing the video. The video did pretty well with views and stuff like that. So it is kind of like reignited like an excitement for me to build stuff. I really like that I can repurpose this stuff. The budget build that I built, I'll show it on the screen real quick if you guys want to look into how to build it like budget style. This was like Amazon Prime Day deals. I built it as cheap as I could. I used a graphics card that I had sitting around, a 3070 Ti. I got a job on Salad on that right away, and it ran for 10 days straight until I sold the graphics card. I hate to shut this rig off because it's had a job solid straight since I did this first video on this budget build, but sometimes sacrifices have to be made for the greater good. So I need the NVMe out of there, and I need to actually sell this graphics card tomorrow morning. So I'm gonna have to shut this rig down. I want to clone that NVMe so I can make the like a 1 terabyte clone for my new rig that I'm building. So as you can see in that clip, I took the graphics card out, I sold it, and now the rig is sitting empty. So I'm going to upgrade it with this 3090 Ti. I'm also going to upgrade the memory today because on that budget build, I found really cheap 512 gigabyte NVMe. And that's great for the budget build. But since I'm getting a 3090 Ti on here, I want to make sure I'm maximizing my rewards on Salad. I want this thing to be a little bit future-proof. So I'm going to go ahead and clone that 512 gigabyte NVMe drive. So if you guys don't know how to do that, like if this is new to you, I'm going to try this out today. If you've been building rigs for a long time, maybe you've already tried this, but this should be able to clone that 512 gigabyte drive straight onto my 1 terabyte drive that I bought. Sorry, try to get it to focus here. So I got a 1 terabyte NVMe. So we're going to go ahead and clone that drive. So I'm hoping this will speed up like deployments for Salad. I bought other parts that I'm going to be building a rig with. This one behind me has limited slots for RAM. I got another future rig build that's like more of a mid-range build with a better CPU, better RAM, all that. So keep an eye on the channel, subscribe. I'm going to be building more rigs like this. That's my plan. I've been selling my old graphics cards. I don't know if you ever saw the show Wheeler Dealers, like a couple British guys that buy old cars and flip them and sell them for profit, or at least try to. So that's what my channel is kind of going to be about for a while. I'm going to be selling graphics cards and buying new or used gear and trying to build as many compute rental builds as I can with that money. So today, the focus of the video after my long ramble is to load up the 3090 Ti into my budget rig build and hope that it works out okay. And I'm going to see how it goes. And then I'm going to also clone the, the whole hard drive over to this 1 terabyte drive. And what I might do going forward is I can use that 512 gigabyte drive just strictly to clone it onto like higher memory drives, because Salad, if you have 500 gigabytes available of memory, you can see when you select different memory that you are making available for Salad. 500 gigabytes is like one of the top ones. So I wanted to get a 1 terabyte drive because I want to make sure the full 500 gigabyte is available for them. Because you know how it goes, things get partitioned. The operating system takes up room. So if you have a 500 gigabyte drive, the only memory that you're going to be able to provide to Salad if you have a 500 gigabyte drive is like 250. That's like the next tier down. So I wanted to get this rig that was a budget rig upgraded a little bit for as cheap as I could. So far this cost like $660 to get a 1 terabyte card and the 3090 Ti. So let's go ahead and put the new card in there. Fingers crossed that everything goes well, and let's clone this drive. Okay, so it's supposed to be as simple as taking the old NVMe out and putting it right here where it says source. Hopefully it's focusing right there. There's your source and there's your target. And this should not need to be connected to a computer to clone. You should be able to just turn it on. See the on switch right there. And then you should be able to hit that clone button right there, and it's supposed to kind of give you indication that it's 25% done, 50% done, 75% done, then 100% done. And then once it's all done, you should just be able to eject it and pop these out of there, and you should be able to pop the new cloned NVMe into your rig, and it should hopefully fire up just like the old rig did. So this will help me deploy my salad rigs much faster, or whatever you're looking to do. Like I'll probably keep Windows and this salad and everything that I set up for salad on this 512 gigabyte NVMe. It might seem like a waste to you guys, but that's just like what I had. It was the cheapest thing I could find when I was doing like my Prime Day deal rig build. But if you can find a cheaper one for cloning, go for it. You could put Linux on one, Windows on another, and then all you'd have to do is bam, clone it with this. I'm hoping it works. So let's go ahead and pop that NVMe out, and we'll put the new one, the target disk, in, and then we'll see if it works. I took the source NVMe out and put it on the source side here. I'm gonna pop the target NVMe in. And that red light should stop blinking in just a second, I believe. Okay, there we go. It looks like it's recognizing both the source and the target. Okay, I'm gonna hit clone, and then I guess I'm gonna see how it goes. Okay, after I held down the clone button for like a few seconds, it started doing this crazy light show, and I wasn't sure what to expect. I wasn't sure if this was normal. So I gave it a minute, just kind of kept my eye on it. And then after a while, it started showing like, okay, solid 25%, solid 50%. So I was a little more encouraged that things were going properly. Looks like the seizure-inducing light show is over with. So this should be done. It's lit up 100%. All the lights stopped blinking. It's a little bit of a weird design. I don't know why they didn't just like calmly show like this go green or something, like when the transfer started happening, and maybe like just light up the 25% button when it's 25% done, the 50% button when it's 50% done. When it's flashing like crazy like that, it makes me think something's going wrong, but it should be all set. So I'm gonna go ahead and eject these. Like there's nothing really special to eject it. I'm just going to like shut it off and pull these out. And then I'm gonna go ahead and load this up in my rig without the graphics card, because the CPU I have in there does have built-in graphics. So I just wanna see if the drive got cloned first of all, and then I guess we'll load up the 3090, update drivers, and see if we can get chopping on some salad. Sorry to interrupt your video, but a quick word from the sponsor of the video, Crypto Miner Bros. If you're looking for a trusted source for mining equipment, look no further than Crypto Miner Bros. They have the best brands like Bitmain, Canaan, AlphaPex, Gold Shell, Ice River, and they also have the latest miners. They're always on top of it. Check out the Gold Shell AE Max 2. I just did a video on that the other day. Alio has been very profitable, and it has kind of hung in there as a profitable new miner all year long. This thing is a beast. If you're looking for a even better deal, then use discount code GREATER for $70 off each miner in your order. The official link to Crypto Miner Bros is in the description of the video. Please use that link. And if you're looking for special deals like flash deals, they have a section called offers you can check out. They have the Canon Avalon Q on a flash sale for $1549. They have the Volk Miner D1 Lite Dogecoin miner for $6,449. And you can see they have multiple specials going on right now, and they always have this offer section. So right now, the markets have been pumping. Ethereum hit an all-time high today. It's probably a good time to get locked in. If you guys are thinking about mining, the prices on these machines is just going to go up. So check out Crypto Miner Bros. Use discount code GREATER and the official link in the description, and we will get back to your video. Sweet. All right, we're in the BIOS. All right, let's see what's going on here. Boot. Boot option 1 is the 1 terabyte drive. Make boot option 1, the Windows Boot Manager NX 1 terabyte. Let's try that. Save and exit. See what happens. Oh, would you look at that? Load up Windows. Do it. Do it. Oh yeah, update's underway. I know it seems silly to be this excited about this, but if this cloning thing works, it'd be so much easier to duplicate rigs so I can kind of keep expanding this farm. It would take me so much less time. Okay guys, it worked. Everything's pulling over from the other rig. Super pumped. Everything pulled over. I had a benchmark set up here. I don't know if you can see it. The glare is kind of causing issues. A little benchmarking tool, the NVIDIA app. So I should be able to load that 3090 Ti in and get it powered on, and hopefully the drivers will just update automatically with the NVIDIA app. So let's go ahead and do that. Now that I know this is working, I'm super pumped. If you guys are looking for any of this stuff, I'll leave everything to build the rig in the description of this video, and also check out my budget build AI rig video that I did if you want to learn start to finish. This car is a beast. Man, I'm hoping that this thing works. You know, like, you get stuff off Facebook Marketplace, and like even if you test it out, you're hoping that like it's gonna work for the purposes that you want it to work for. So there it is, 3090 Ti. This is the beefiest card I've ever bought. The only other cards that I bought that had like even close to the VRAM on this was like a 16 gigabyte RX 6800s, but never really used those for like compute or AI or anything like that. So I'm pumped about this. Never had a Founders Edition card either, so pretty stoked about it. Let's go ahead, pop it in there. It almost feels silly to put it in the budget rig, but I mean, considering I got it for 600 bucks, pretty happy about that. So keep your fingers crossed for me guys that this actually works. That's the risk you take when you buy used stuff. There we go. I mean, you can't see what I'm doing, but I'm like just making sure it's locked in. And then we're gonna screw this down before I start messing with the cables. Make sure it's secured. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. Is this crazy? Hopefully this is worth it. I like building rigs, and I kind of just can't do regular GPU mining. You know, I wish I could, but it's been so long since it's been even a little bit profitable. So I have to kind of try to adapt, and I bet you guys are kind of feeling the same way. So let me plug this in, and then we'll get the power supply stuff plugged in as well. It's just crazy to me that this connector is wild to me. Like, you guys might be used to this. I don't like how it's gonna like flop over like that, but I mean, I guess it's an open air rig, so there shouldn't be any pressure on it. It's not like jammed into a case or anything. Yeah, now I can see what I'm doing. Okay, I'm kind of nervous about this. Like, I don't know if this thing's gonna work. I really hope it does. Let's get HDMI cable plugged into it. All right. I mean, for now, that's all I should have to do. Let's go ahead and power it on, and then I might, like I said, have to like allow the drivers to update. So let me just power it on, and then I'll bring the screen over like I did earlier. We'll see. Hopefully it works. You guys ready? 1, 2, 3, do it. All right, fans are spinning. That's encouraging. Okay, well, the screen's on. I have it plugged into the graphics card, so that's encouraging too. The guy I bought this from was a solid guy. Like, I was so happy I found him on Facebook Marketplace. He has like stuff about going to CES in his Facebook profile and all that, and he was just like really nice guy. He's got tons of gear that he like does custom overclocks on, and like he gets free gear. So I think he was just like, hey, I got this card, I'm not even using it. So I got really lucky. So hopefully you guys are finding good deals out there. Thank God the graphics card works. Let's go ahead and get this thing going on Salad. Let me see if I can get it better set up so I don't have to hold this, so I can actually show you guys what I'm doing on the screen and use the mouse and everything. We'll get it like hopefully running on Salad once the drivers update. Okay, I got the rig moved over to the shelf I'm going to have it on. I kind of wanted it in the background, like some of my videos. I'm going to rearrange some things so I can show the rigs that I'm working on in the background of my videos. But let's go ahead and get these drivers downloaded. If they're not already downloaded, I don't think they did it automatically, but we'll see. Let's see, drivers. August 12th was the last time. Let's go ahead and hit reinstall. See if it'll update. Updates current drivers and retains existing driver settings. Sure. I mean, the card's working, so it must be okay, but figured just update the drivers before I get Salad chopping. So we'll give that a minute, update the drivers, and then we'll go in and change some settings in Salad. Alright, so drivers are updated, and I clicked on the Salad icon, and it gave me a little pep talk and said, you are a star chef, because I chopped for a very long time. I told you guys earlier I chopped for like at least a week straight, and this thing had a job before I loaded this thing up with the 3090 Ti, that is. It had a job for like, I think it was like 9 days or something like that. So the earnings for my 3070 Ti were not great. I don't think the 3070 Ti was really being used for this job. So I'm not sure if it was using the CPU or the memory or maybe a little bit of bandwidth sharing. So $2.38 in like about 8 or 9 days. I had a job the whole time. I was pretty excited about that, so at least I got Star Chef status. Let's go to where it says performance right here, and it recognizes that I have a NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3090 Ti. I got the Intel Core i5 7500. Bandwidth sharing is enabled. If you guys don't know what that is, it says, while any flavor of chopping requires an internet connection, these tasks use shared bandwidth as a primary ingredient. This is an experimental feature. Workload availability may be limited. So, be careful with that because you might give up more bandwidth than you're willing to, but I didn't notice any changes in like the speed of my internet, or I didn't have any issues with like streaming or anything like that. So far it's been good. Let's go ahead and hit configure hardware. CPU usage enabled, GPU usage enabled. I get to change my maximum storage use to 500 gigabytes because this is a dedicated Salad rig, so I'm pretty excited about that. Like I said, if you guys are thinking about doing that, check out the Amazon affiliate links I got in the description if you don't mind using them. It helps the channel out. But that little device was so easy. I didn't have to do anything else. It just completely cloned that drive. Everything I had on here is available, so I'm pretty excited about that. Let's see. I do have elevated permissions enabled. Workload types. I have it set to let Salad automatically select the best for me. I do have, I think it's like adult content is enabled. I have crypto mining off. So let's go into advanced options. I'll just show you guys what it looks like exactly. I don't schedule anything. I want this thing to run all the time. Auto stop doesn't matter because I have it set all the time. I wanted to make sure crypto mining is disabled still, because I don't know if you guys saw my budget build video, but the 3070 Ti with like the full workload of the computer, the CPU, everything, someone used it for crypto mining right off the bat, and the rig was pulling like, I don't know, 400 something watts, and I do not want that to happen. This is a 1000 watt EVGA, so it should be able to handle like anything that this rig could dish out, but I don't want to spend that much money on electricity. I want it to be like just for like whatever workloads other than mining. I don't want to crypto mine with it. it's up to you. Go, you know, if you want it to crypto mine, go for it. If your electricity rate's good and you have a good like airflow and cooling and a good power supply, then, you know, if you want to crypto mine, go for it. So I'm pretty happy with these settings. Let me check the Salad monitor real quick. Yep, there we go. So this is hopefully the perfect job for me. NVIDIA RTX 3090 Ti, 32 gigabytes of system RAM. I do have that in this budget build. 500 gigabytes of storage. I now do have a full 500 gigabytes of storage available for Salad. Moderate demand, average earning hourly, almost 11 cents. So yeah, hopefully we'll at least get 11 cents per hour. And I've heard that there's going to be some pretty big jobs coming up for 24 gigabyte cards. So I'm on the hunt for 4090s. I'm in contact with someone on Facebook Marketplace for 4090. We'll see how that pans out. 3090 Ti worked out really good for me. So anyway, let's go ahead and get this thing chopping. I want it to chop now. So let's hit chop now, and I'll let you guys know. Hopefully it'll get a job, but I'll keep you guys updated on X and in my Discord. If you guys aren't members of my Discord, come on in, come hang out. It's a free Discord to join. There's tons of us in there talking about passive income and crypto mining. We've got a dedicated section now for Salad and Core AI and Vast and all these compute rental setups. I did end up finding a job, and it is actively running the job on my hardware right now. So we'll see how this goes. Like I said, this is a budget rig that I built, and I'm wondering if I should consider taking this card. I mean, it's a 24 gigabyte 3090 Ti. Maybe I should do my next build that I already have all the parts for and swap this 3090 Ti into the better build, because this CPU is just a 4-core CPU. The CPU that I have for my next build is a really nice 8-core AMD. So I'll show it on the screen real quick what I've got. So I'm wondering if this 3090 Ti is overkill for this budget build. Maybe just kind of balance each rig to be realistic about what it's for. I'm wondering if the 24 gig 3090 Ti might be overkill for this rig. So my next rig is going to be a little beefier. I'm probably going to do a 2 terabyte NVMe. I've got the 8-core CPU. I've got an EVGA 1300 watt PSU, which is big time overkill, but I kind of want to throw something like a 4090 on my next rig, and that way I can try other platforms out other than Salad. Like, I want to be able to try Salad, Vast, Clore, Nosana. I want to try all these different AI and compute rental options out, because that seems to be kind of what's hot right now. Let me know what you guys think about the graphics card for the budget rig build. Should I keep the 3090 Ti in there for a while, see how it does? Should I hunt around for a 12 gigabyte 3060? Should I build the next rig way beefier for like the 4090? I want to know what you guys want to see. So comment, let me know. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the like button if you like the video, and last but not least, don't forget to keep it decentralized for the greater good. The greater good.